Bertir to Madrenaigze. What do you want?
What is your role here?
I am still a Voglendijk. I am learning to become a healer of the world.
A healer of the world. What does that involve?
We help the land, rivers and trees to heal after they have been injured. This is why our village has been famous throughout the island for generations.
I must go.
See you later.
Oi! Look at all this! Surely there is something... Qua walemsek. to oi.
Bird tear to mud. Thank you for coming to talk to me. You are on Olmanawi, but you also look like a Lugaid Blau.
Lugaid Blau? Is that what you call the congregation?
Yes, those who have yellow eyes on their banner.
They're coins. But to answer your question, yes. I'm the legate of the congregation.
Is legate the Renaigse word for on Olmanawi?
No. It means that I am in charge of diplomatic relationships with the other nations.
So I was right. You will be able to help us. Some of your clan are preventing us from accessing one of our sacred glades.
Really? Why would they do that?
Several seasons ago, some men from your clan came to ask us for wood for their houses. There were some old trees in this glade, so we let them do what they wanted. At first, everything was fine. But then they cut down too many trees. So we wanted to heal the place, plant some new trees. But they won't let us come close. Their bod irony, their warriors, are stopping us from doing so.
I could investigate.
Yes, please. You must tell them that they have to let us heal the glade.
On Olmanawi. My mother is still held in this outpost near Vagigidor. I must do everything I can to free her from the lion's claws. But you are already busy. We'll talk about it again once you have more time. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go.
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter this area.
But we only want to plant some new trees. Bring life back.
These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it.
You are killing the earth, so it kills you in return. All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
De Sardet, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye, they fell sick and died a few hours later. Well, the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see him.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in.
Hello, Doctor. I am the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue. Blood at the corner of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death. Strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses, so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
Did they drink anything in particular?
They like to drink their fills in the evening. Life is dreary here. But if the poison was in the alcohol, I'd also be on the pile of corpses.
What did they eat yesterday? Did they eat any mushrooms?
No, we avoid that kind of thing. We don't know enough about the region's plant life. The congregation provides us with dry produce, otherwise we eat game. Yesterday they butchered a beast brought by the hunters.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. But they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, we'll see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
This is our prey, Renaigse. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
We only defended ourselves. These beasts attacked us. But take them. We do not intend to eat them.
Thank you. But what are you doing here, Renaigse, if you're not here to hunt?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poisoned? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
You say that, yet you still accuse us. We will not let ourselves be manipulated by some Renaigse.
There's poison on my blade. And let's go!
I will make you do not to have come to our island. We will tell you everything we know. Have mercy. We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You are the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance. And I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vegigido elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Corsillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict, without violence.
Cousin! You have returned to me. Your absence was sorely felt.
We don't appear to be in top form. Are house intrigues keeping you from finding proper sleep?
No, nothing to bring me nightmares as of yet. I'm blaming it on the change of diet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I grow behind these walls.
We were not able, alas, to stop the clash between the forces of the Alliance and Siora's clan. We arrived at the village and the battlefield too late. The Queen fell.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss, Princess.
Thank you. My sister survived, fortunately, and we are recovering from this tragedy together. But our clan was extremely weakened by this battle and by recent events.
We shall keep a close eye on the Bridge Alliance and their undertakings. Rest assured.
You should know that the battle took place in the middle of ancient ruins. The ruins were quite strange. We discovered a fresco that I'm certain was crafted by continental hands.
Really? And how ancient are these ruins? Could they date back to the first landings of the Bridge Alliance?
They date much farther back than their arrival would explain. My mother and my grandmother have always known them.
Siora told me of a legend that spoke of them, about a people from the sea that were vanquished there.
Do you think it was the Nords?
It is not our custom to found a landlocked settlement. We have our islands, and it is enough for us.
If they are ancient, perhaps your people once practiced older customs. This story is troubling, but it reminds me of something that I once read in the reports of Lady Morange. You should go and find her. Perhaps she could tell us more about them.
Very well.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my young student. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the congregation's...
Well, thanks to Lady Morange's excellent work, our young city is expanding, new villages and cultivations and unlike our neighbors, we have managed to develop... I hope that our new governor will continue in...
I have come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigidor. They want to be able to access a clearing, exploited by our woodcutters to heal it, to reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them, and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago, but tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again. So
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigidor. The natives want to access this place, which according to them, but some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them. As is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion. Can I help you with any other matter?
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve. But several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
Bertir Tumad. I am Dunkas, the Mal and the Done god of the Yigido. You're very strange for a Renaise. Who are you?
My name is Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
You are a Lugeir Blau? Oh, I didn't know there were honor. They may not be so different. What brings you here?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely, to accomplish your rituals or heal the area. And the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the oakerberry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of you talking about?
3 woodcutters died after eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous Dawson tats.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the ochre berries...
We know that you are responsible for this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoixe to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before we make this agreement. The Lugeir Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed. It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
Sorry, this is private property.
This makes no sense. Why resume the exploitation of a dangerous mine? Do they want their men to die?
These Renagse must not have taken us seriously. We should take a closer look.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
Look, they freed access to the mine.
They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sieur de Courcillon. I hope that our nation is not involved in this business. Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my young...
I've come to ask you about a mine near Vigigador. It was closed for a long time for security reasons.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area... However, I do not recall the details of the contract. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before...
Unscrupulous. This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he... We cannot tolerate such methods. But you should start by finding the deed to his property in the archives. Don't worry. We'll not let this man's... Can your old professor still prove himself?
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Good. You have traveled great distances. Keep doing what you're doing, Desade. Can your old professor...
I found no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
That's most regrettable. Can your old professor...
Looking forward to seeing you again.
What do these documents say?
I get lost in all the legal jargon. But they have Lady Morange's seal on them. We should find her, to understand exactly what they say.
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land and of a mine acquired by a certain... Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of...
Do not worry. This type of document is always difficult to decipher. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the... He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there. But it says here that he does not have the right. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this...
And yet the mine which was located on this plot of land has been reopened.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for... This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. Good day, dear sir.
What do you know about the ruins found to the northwest?
The site that the natives call...
That is not how we pronounce it.
Your language is difficult to... I had countless questions about the place when Intrigued, I went there. It is certain that they bear a striking resemblance with continent... Too old to have been recently built by the Bridge Alliance. I even questioned the natives, but they only spoke of a... My first thoughts went to the Nauts, but... They're not... There are other ruins on a cliff to the east of here. I hoped to organize an expedition, but we explored mines at the bottom of the cliff, but we... If the mystery of these ruins intrigues you, can I help you with any other...
My lady, I have to go.
Come closer, good people. The cure
Master Maillard.
Who's asking?
De Sardet. I am the legate.
Well, I'm flattered.
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you... Are you aware that you have no right to operate it?
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes. And please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice. Now, Your Excellency, if you...
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem, and you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this...
Come on, don't be so serious, young man. I'm sure it's nothing that a small... Goodbye, sir. Best wishes to your cousin. Come closer, good people.
Sir de Corsilion.
De Sardet, my young student. What?
I verified the contract with Lady Morange, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives.
So, what did he...
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in here. This is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of his crimes against the natives. He's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent.
Greetings. My caravan goes... So, where would you like...
Thank you, but I can...
Sorry, this is private property.
I don't need your authorization. I have here an eviction notice signed by the governor's ministers. The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to a breach of contract.
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide. We only obey the boss's orders.
In that case, where can I find him to notify him of his loss?
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Are you looking for trouble?
Master Maillard, I'm so glad to find you here. Here is a document from Sir de Corsillon on behalf of my cousin. Considering the fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, you are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from Tir-Fradi.
Impossible. By what right? Guards, this man threatens me.
There's poison on my blade. Let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
These people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them. Come now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkas everything.
Go without fear. You are free. And know that we are sorry for what happened to you.
We must believe that not all Lugir blow or alike.
He is an Al-Manawi. That's why he understands us. Thank you. We will not forget you.
What brings you here on Al-Manawi?
I was able to close the mine. The man who operated it was arrested and he will be banished.
Yes, those you freed told me. From now on, you are my Karants, my friend. You knew how to renew my trust in your clan. Just as trees grow back after being cut.
Thank you, Dunkus. I'm honored. Will you give us the old man now?
If you allow it, I would like to punish him myself, since he loved the forest to the point of killing. Every day he will replant what your men will cut down. Does this punishment seem...
If I explain to Sir de Corsillon that the man was sentenced to forced labor... Thank you, Dunkus.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awalum.
On Manawi. My mother is still held in this outpost near the Gigidor. I must do everything. But you are already busy. Anything else?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, I have never seen an Onol Manawi amongst the...
No, I understand. And I hope that this singular appearance makes me more attractive to you.
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your... anything else?
I must leave you.
According to Lady Morange's instructions, the ruins should be in this area.
Look, up there. This is Didri, the ruins Lady Morange told us about. But I do not know how to get there. The path collapsed.
Some of the tunnels in the mine may lead to it. We should go there.
The entrance to Qualosone is here. The people of the village might be able to teach us a few things.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency.
Such elegance. You really are.
Hello. You lost?
No. Why do you ask?
It's just that we rarely get visitors. Well then, what can I do for you?
I'll leave you to it then.
Until we meet.
Have you ever been to Hickman? It's a very impressive city, and there are scholars around.
Your Excellency, it is an honor.
Good day, Your Excellency.
Aren't you a part of the Prince's family?
Beautiful day, don't you think, Your Excellency?
Good day. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the ruins on the planet?
You aren't the first to ask me about them. I've nothing to tell you. Not that I wouldn't want to. There must have been a path once upon a time. Some say that you have to pass through the mines to get there. It's certainly possible, I would say. But those tunnels are all the iron ore. It doesn't come... Do you need anything else?
Talk to me about the mines.
It wasn't us that first dug them out. It takes little effort to unearth the minerals, seeing as how there aren't that many of us. If we were... But the time will come, when folks hear about what we're pulling.
There must be a way to open this gate somehow.
The piece I found was once part of this mechanism, but it's too worn. It needs to...
Hello. You lost?
No. Why do you...
Just so we rarely get visit.
Is there any way you know of to make the lock mechanism blocking off the old...
How do you think I would know? If all the pieces are still in it, I will... If not, it'll need repairing. I believe I remember we found an old... Let me see. This is the one. Take it. If a piece is missing or broken, you should be able to replace it.
Thank you very much. This certainly looks very useful.
And if you don't know how to craft whatever you're missing, you can always go and see the merchant. The pieces seem to be rather standard. Anything else?
I'll leave you to it then.
Until we meet again.
Good day. What can I do for you?
I'm headed out.
Goodbye.
Good grief. These are some onion. Greetings, my lord. How may I help? Thank you. It was a pleasure.
There, the gate is open. On my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Finally, here we are. These are the ruins that Lady Lorene spoke to us about.
I'll drown myself with the morning tide if these buildings are of native construction.
Explore the area. Something may give away the identity of the architects.
Bit of poison on my blade. Bit of poison on my blade. Go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
This seal. I know the insignia, even if it has become more detailed in recent decades. It's hard to believe my eyes.
What nation does it belong to?
This is the ancient coat of arms of Serene. It's a congregation seal. No, let's continue to dig. This journal confirms what we suspected. A continental nation had once attempted to colonize the island, from what I was able to decipher.
I should have known as soon as we discovered them.
The major part of the journal has failed. I don't think we'll learn anything else. No possible doubt remains. The people from the sea who built...
It's difficult to admit. I do not judge you guilty of the crimes.
I know. This...
And to think we helped you. We're gonna have to keep this story under lock and key.
This must be the reason they kept us in the dark. It's not possible just now.